What's up, tubers? How's it going? You're welcome to another Thingamajigs Racing on a Saturday evening. We're with the Amigos Racing lads for their first race of the Group 2 League that they'll be running on a Saturday evening. So here we are. We're about 15 minutes. Well, it's 8:30 that the qualifying starts, so we're about 12 minutes away from quali. Sounds alright, so I'll leave that. And we can see a Road Runner Dan is ahead of the pack in the practice. I'll get some information about the championship for you. Give me a second. I'll just crack on with my phone. I've got to try and post a link as well, so I'm putting out fires all over the place at the moment. So yeah, hang on, give me 2 seconds. Should have done this before I'd gone on. So Road Runner Dan is the fastest by 5 seconds from Beardy McBeard, who looks to be in a Nissan. I can press a special button to tell you though. Yes. 3 LZ, also in a Nissan. I think Nissans are going to feature heavily. Uber, also in Nissan. So looking like Nissan is a favoured car here. Hang on, I've just got to the Discord. I've got to find their YouTube bit to post this. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll get you the information in a minute. I know this is a bit of a slack beginning. I was just trying to do some technical stuff. There we go, I've done that. Now I can take you to the rules of the Group 2 Championship held here by the Amigos Racing boys. The lads. Hang on, it's in the private messages. Oh my word, where is it? Sorry guys, I should have had this ready. I don't, oh yeah, because he's not called what he's called. I thought there was some deets in here about the championship. No, can't see him. I think it's set like ×8 for the tyres, ×3 for the fuel. So we're going to see a lot of pit stops just alone to the tyres. But they're not allowed to put the same set on. They've got all 4 racing tyres available to them: super soft, soft, medium and hard. But they're not allowed to change like for like in a pit stop. So if they're on softs, they can either put any of the other 3s on, but the 3 type of tyres on, but they can't put the softs back on. So they'll be rotating their tyres each pit stop. Like I said, there's Art Uber. This is just free practice at the moment and finding their feet here at Spa. Fantastic racing track. Suit these Group 2 cars down to a T. You see Rye there giving a special in his Honda. Just overtaken there by the Nissan. I don't recognise any of the liveries yet. You'll have to give me a week or two. See Seth won the practice that we covered last week. He did it quite handsomely. Well, I thought it was in the private messages I had all the info. I'm really sorry guys not to get you that. I'm pretty sure it's ×8 on the tyres, ×3 on the fuel, and like I said about the pit stops. Like last week, I think I got myself confused thinking they had to use hard as well, but no, any 3 of the 4 they can use, so they could just go up to mediums. And that's everything that is that. I think he just sent me stuff about names of who the art boys are, so I won't get distracted with my phone. I'll put that away. We'll have a quick run down then. There's Road Runner Dan. He's in a Nissan. He's the fastest on track by 1.9 seconds. He's in the Nissan. He was the Nissan that we saw getting past, was it Rye earlier? Scott in 2nd spot in the practice before qualifying. And like I said, we've got about 8 minutes till quali, I'd imagine. Qualifying starting at past. Scott also in a Nissan. couple inconsistent 206s there. Seth, like I see, he was the winner from last week's practice race. I'll give me a second, I'll remember where it was. Do you know what? I'm really having a blank. I can't remember. I honestly can't remember where they raced. Oh yeah, it was Catalunya. It was Spain. Sorry. Wow, that was really difficult because I kept thinking Dragon's Trail for some reason. It was just I couldn't get Dragon's Trail out of my head, but I knew it wasn't. LZ we saw last week. He put up a fight. He was up for it. He's taking out the Nissan in the Amigos Racing colours. Looking good. Looking good. Big Stig in a Honda. I think that's the same Honda he used last week. Got a bit of a punt off the track. And then a DNF, I believe, after that. So hopefully he's in it. It's an hour's racing. Did I mention that? It'll be an hour's race. So the format is 12 minutes qualifying at 8:30. And then after that, straight into a 1 hour timed race. Where the... I'm pretty sure the tyres are set at ×8. Fuel is set at ×3. I'm sure about the fuel, it's the tyres. I keep wanting to say 13, but I don't think that it is. I'm pretty sure it's not 13. That's why I don't want to say 13. I'm pretty sure it's 8. Right, I'm in their lobby now, and let me have a flick up, see if I can see anywhere where it tells you what the tyre rules are and everything. It's annoying, I know. I knew it last week as well. I should have watched last week's feed. Savvied myself up on it. Here we go. Yeah, 1 hour race, ×8 on tyre. I was right, and ×3 on fuel. Qualification tyre must be the tyre you start the race on. Mandatory, 3 different tyre types must be used. Cannot pit and use same tyre type in race. For example, coming in on softs and re-putting softs on is wrong. And the bop is on. There you go. That's a bit clearer for you. I knew I'd get there in the end. It only took me 10 minutes. Probably bored by now and left. So that's Pig Stig. It's got a cool name. Digital Blasphemy in a Nissan. Getting his tyres changed. Top of the fuel. He's managed a 208.6 so far. But he's only done a few laps, so give him a chance. Toxin, also in a Nissan. Didn't see him last week, so it's an unknown quantity so far. Although all of them are really, because last week was just a bit of a fun race. This is the first race of the, I'm sure it's a 10-week championship. I've got the calendar, but I won't give it all away in the first bit. Beardy McBeard, saw him last week. He's in a Lexus, is he? Wow. Uber saying great job to me last week. Thank you, Uber. You will probably not know this yet. When you watch it back, I'm thanking you. Right, I'm pressing all sorts of buttons. Digital Blasphemy was up to. Oh, he's just moved ahead of Toxin, I think. Oh, Toxin's not put a time in yet, it looks like. Right, he's in a Nissan. He was here last week, I remember right. Had quite a good race actually. I think his qualifying wasn't great, but he was up halfway through the pack, almost at the end of lap 1. It was quite an interesting race last week. Well worth a watch, I would say. Toxin down to 10th, people putting times in. Tom taking the Nissan out for a spin, for a shakedown. Uber in the pits. Waiting now for qualifying, I imagine. Only sort of 3 minutes away. Roadrunner Dan still top of the pile, but Seth has got quite close, 9/10 away. So we're looking at 205.3. So that means Roadrunner, oh yeah, it's there, 204.4. Roadrunner Dan, so we're looking for a pole time mid 204s, early 204s maybe, but it seems like the average time is a 206 around here. You can see Scott now on some super softs. Should we jump on board with him? I like the view. Give me a tick. Give you a better view than that. Oh, Nick Wivery is in the chat. Hello there. Nick Wivery at home. Sorry, I missed you. First one. I thought you were racing tonight. I thought you guys were off having a bit of a racy race. So, Scott, we're on board with Scott. We're going to stay here for a bit. Get a lap of Spa on the super softs. Quarter of a tank of fuel. Everything is set for a good lap. Heading down to Le Source. Heavy on those brakes, getting it down into first gear. Crawling round, virtually crawling. The speed these cars can do, that was virtually a crawl. Oh dear, we popped into the pits. Okay, no problem. Just go back out there. Sitting on that Roadrunner Dan. He's coming up Blanchemont, it looks like now. Heading towards the final chicane. His tyres look pretty worn though, he might go into the pits. He's on his 12th lap, is he going to disappear? No, he's coming around again. Going for another run at it. Mika says Sunday for Formula X, but me not driving, I'll start Tuesday with Super GT. Alright. So Roadrunner down, we've just been, excuse me, through the Source, heading up to Rouge Radion. 6th gear. It's not even lifting off that accelerator, no lift whatsoever. Through there, full balls. Tyres half worn. For about 176, 2 minutes till qualification. Yes, I concur, it's about 2 minutes. 3rd gear for the Coombs. Sorry, I had to quickly look down. Ooh, those tyres, a bit done, Roadrunner Dan. He's getting through the tight corners, alright, Bruxelles. Corner with no name. Heading up towards Poulon. Beautiful driving there, look, 4th gear. Absolutely sticking it in there. His tyres are half done. I think he'd be really struggling now, keeping this car under control. Through campus. I'm not going to do this during the race. I'll give you a tour of it. Start a lot now. Give you a tour beginning, but in the race I haven't got time to think about what corners they are. I'm usually getting all excited about what driver is who, so enjoy it while we can. Blanchemont now. Heading up towards the final chicane. See some overtaking in this chicane, I'm sure. They'll be trying to get what toe they can around the ever-turning straight. And then it'll be deep onto the brakes, heavy onto the brakes, into the chicane. They have to really take the speed away. And he's going around again. Those tyres ready to pop. No, he's pitted. Here we go. So let me get back out of the car so you can have a look. Seth F1 takes up the front spot, 205.3. He's nearly a second off of Roadrunner Dan's time. Scott there in second provisionally, just waiting for qualifying. It should be any time now, I imagine. Tom's got himself up into 3rd with a 207.039, with Elsie in 4th with 207.1. Big Stig in 5th, sitting in 5th at the moment. Qualification is starting. Just giving the heads up. Big Stig giving it a bit of a drift before we disappear into qualifying. Some nice looking cars out there, I've got to say. I'm impressed with some of these liveries. They look rather sexy. So there we see, qualifying is just about to start. So buckle up your seatbelt, baby. Things are just about to get tight. I mean, last week's qualifying was ridiculous. We were talking hundredths. They were hundredths apart. So it's a long lap. My latte as we cruise on around. Let me get rid of those horrible big numbers. No one wants to see those. See them enough in the game. So we're with the host, backspace. On his out lap, having a good look at his Amigos liveried Nissan, pelting it around. Now I weren't sure how they would tackle qualifying, if they were, because they've got a race on the tyre they qualify on. So I didn't know if he'd crawl around the outlap just to preserve tyre. And being set on times 8, they do wear down quite quickly, I must say. So there we can see him manoeuvre. Oh, I'm on the standard camera, so you get in the long shots. Zoom in a bit. Let's give him one of those while he's on his way round. I think most of them are out now though, no one stayed in the pits. Looks like one may be just making his way out. It's Tom and his Nissan for the THG team. Yeah, that's the Humble Guys Racing, yeah. That's how I met these, that's how the group that I met the Amigos Racing guys with was the Humble Guys, because they were doing a rally event that I took part in. It was quite fun. So backspace, he is the first on the track, doing his outlap, followed by Rye in his Dayglow Nissan. I like it, not going to miss that. Toxin, third on track. Seth F1 winner from last week's practice race, so we know he's got the goods. Scott came second, I believe, gave him a good run for his money. They're fifth on track. Roadrunner Dan, we saw, was fastest in practice, so any number of people can be up there. Uber last week, I think he was racing in the Lexus and he was giving it some welly. Beardy McBeard, he was there last week. I think he had an issue early on in the race, but came back from it quite good. LZ, Pigstig, Tom, digital blasphemy there. I think backspace has crossed the line. It's just coming up to Lacoons. Being all low key and chilled now, so when the numbers come in I can get all excited. Or I've had a long break over Christmas and I'm not back into the swing of things yet, or I've not had enough caffeine. Any of the above. Or I'm just chilled out, man. Just yet. It's the end of the week. There's nothing to get excited about. A low-key Saturday. And now I'm tubing it for the Amigo Racing here on a Saturday evening with the Group 2 cars. Watch backspace, most of his outlap, his fast lap, it looks tidy. Hasn't put a wheel wrong so far. Seems good. We're looking at, was it 2:06 was kind of like a regular time. The fastest time was a 2:04 from Roadrunner Dan. I think we had a 2:05 from Seth, but most of them were looking for good early 2:06s, I think. Everyone seems to be having themselves tidy little laps. You can't really tell anything until they cross that line. It's agonisingly long to wait, I know. You just need a little patience. Just chill, man. And here we can see now, that's backspace, going to put down the first time for us all to look at beating. A 2:06.4, it's respectable. Very respectable as people cross the line. Right, managed a 2:07.3. Toxin has managed a 2:08.2. Quite a spread there. Seth just crossing the line, he had purples, he's gone top with a 2:06.0. Roadrunner Dan though, he's the man. What can he post? A 2:05.1 with Scott popping in just behind him, but 6th place. And now you can see Beardy McBeard setting a time of 6th. LZ popping it in 7th, so there Pigstig. He's popped it up into 5th. And Tom has popped it into 4th, so we'll have a quick run through then. Roadrunner Dan, Seth there, was fastest for a millisecond before Roadrunner Dan crossed the line. Backspace, it's a respectable time I said, and it was. 3rd after mostly everyone's crossed the line. Tom has put it up into 4th place there. Great stuff there from Tom. He's only 1.5 seconds off Roadrunner Dan's time, only 2/10 off of backspace. Pigstig in 5th, 700ths behind Tom, close as you like. We're coming up to halfway through qualifying now. Rye in 6th spot after the first run. Uber putting it in 7th. Beardy McBeard in 8th. LZ in 9th. Toxin in 10th. In 11th. 11th. Oh dear. No, I'm not going to a Scott. Oh, interesting. I'm on a Blasphemy, just coming out of the pits. For some reason I can't click onto Scott. And it's not showing me Blasphemy. Who weird. Let me go through again. There's Roadrunner Dan sitting at top of the pile. 2 is Seth. They're coming around. Is that Seth coming around to the line? He's coming up to the chicane. Backspace is really who should cross first. He's just crossed, gone into the pits, sort those tyres out. Looks like Seth is going straight into the pits. Tom. He's getting a good toe off of Pigstig in 5th. Pigstig. Is he going to cross the line for another run, or will he disappear into the pits like everyone else? Looks like Tom's going to try and race him. He has. He's gone through. Tom might be feeling quite confident with this lap. 206.6 is his time to beat. That he wants to beat. And no, it's 207. All the other guys have nipped into the pits, changed those tyres. Roadrunner Dan back out there. He's not on an out lap, so he's still flying rounds. Seth's been in, put some new tyres on, so he's on an out lap. Backspace just sitting in there. He's happy with his work today, it seems. Tom, a good run for 4th. Pigstig 5th. I'm trying to get back down to the guy who I couldn't click onto. That's Scotty for some reason. And Uber isn't even showing on the board. Strange things is happening here. Let me try and do it with the controller. So that just goes straight to digital blasphemy, like Scott's not even in the race. How bizarre. That's the strangest thing ever. So we'll see if that sorts itself out before the race. See Toxin just having a small off. We've got nearly 3.5 minutes, just over 3.5 minutes left of qualifying. So this is going to be their last runs for some of these guys. I don't know if a Roadrunner Dan has got a faster lap in that car with the tyres depleting the way they are. Seth, we saw he's still on an out lap, so he's only just going to be doing a run. A Legion in the chat, good luck everyone, I'll be cheering you on. Tom and Thingamajig, as soon as qualification is finished, Scott needs to re-enter. I will manually set grid as per qualification. There you go. That sorts the problem out with Scott. Something happened weird with Scott. So yes, straight after the race they're going to quit out and they're going to do the manual quali thing. I wondered what was happening there. So Tom's going in, no more running from him. 2.5 minutes to go. I don't think he'll be able to do another run. Who did we see that was on an out lap? It was Seth. Seth was on an out lap. He's just about to stop that nonsense and start a flying lap, is he not? He should be. Maybe it wasn't Seth. Maybe the whole thing's just gone absolutely haywire and it's telling me everyone's on an out lap. Rye's not on an out lap. So Rye having a go. It's the weirdest qualifying. I've totally lost track of it. Beardy McBeard's on a run. Elsie's on a run, so it could all move down the bottom here. Like I said, we can't see Scott. It's having a bit of a weird one. It looks like he's not in the qualifying. And we'll have to look, and we've got no information for Blasphemy, I believe that is. Oh, Digital Blasphemy, that's the one. I'll remember their names sooner or later. Roadrunner Dan, top of the pile by 8/10. He's on an out lap. He's going to try and get a flyer in before the end. Qualifying, also Seth F1 on a out lap. Backspace, also on an out lap. Tom on an out lap. It's going to be a flying lap for them all at the end. We see Pigstig, he's on a run at the moment. How far away from a sector is he? Not too far. Jump on his roof. Flying around with Pigstig in the Honda NSX. Look at it slide, I've heard it's a bit of a handful. It does like a slide, doesn't it, in the corner? You can hear them tyres screeching. Got a minute left to qualify, and those on their outlap, they're going to have to get a nip on, get across the line. I don't know what the runoff is. The runoff time after a qualify, if you can finish your lap or not, I'm not sure. If you just run out of time. But yes, that's not bad. It's 4 tenths up his Pigstig. It's enough to get ahead of Tom. I'm not sure about backspace, we'll have to keep an eye. Beardy McBeard set a new time. He's put himself up into 4th place. Brilliant stuff from Beardy McBeard. Fantastic qualifying. We're just sitting on board with Pigstig to see what he can manage to do. He was 4 tenths up at the last sector. It's just coming up to the line now. There you go, 7 tenths faster. He's put himself in 2nd. Wow, well done Pigstig, that's awesome stuff. And before that we saw, who was it? Beardy McBeard. He's down to 5th now, but he put himself up into 4th with a 206.639. These guys are on their flying laps now. Who else? Elsie Rye was on one. He's on his final lap now. He's quite away from the line. Can't find who's the next person to hit the line. Elsie in 9th. He's having a run on mediums. Toxin. He's on the softs. Managed a 208.2 on his flying lap. 208.9 on his last try. Roadrunner Dan now. He's on his flying lap. There's more than enough time to get across the line, but there's someone just in his way. It's alright. He's got through. Don't know if it cost him too much. We'll wait and see a sector. One now. It's purple, 4 tenths up. Seth's also coming around. He's already gone through the line though. Missed that. Is that backspace finished? Has he got another lap? Can he get another lap in? Let's cross the line. Few of them cross the line now, so Roadrunner Dan, he's just coming to cross the line. We saw he had purples. Is he going to continue with those purples? Toxin went faster. Roadrunner, yeah, he's gone faster with a 205. Seth went faster. Seth went faster with a 205.6. Tom also went faster and got 3rd place with a 205.8. Great runs at the end. Pigstig down, but he's still coming across the line. Has he got any more in the car? Oh, Uber just went faster and went 7th. Pigstig stays where he is in 4th. Beardy McBeard's finished. Got a 206.6, good for 6th place. Uber there, 7th. 206.8, really close stuff here. Rye in 8th. 9th for Digital Blasphemy. 10th for LZ. 11th for Toxin. But I believe they're going to quit out of the race, and then they're going to manually do the grid to include, I think it was Scott, wasn't it? Scott was having trouble, so I don't know where Scott will be in the grid, but it's definitely Roadrunner Dan that takes the spoils from qualifying. He was half a second faster than Seth, so these two are going to be battling it out in the race, I guarantee it. The humble guys, Tom getting 3rd place there from Pigstig in the end. 205.8 with Pigstig's 206.0, so there's nothing in it between any of these guys, and I'm sure we'll see some very close racing. There's your grid. So now I believe not to get too excited at the beginning of this race, because they'll be quitting out and then backspace will be manually setting up the grid. All I can imagine is Scott got kicked out somehow. So that's a good shot though, I'll remember that. Not to press variable straight away. And there they go, you can see they're all starting to quit out. Boom, boom, boom. Three left. They want to do their practice start, and why not? Take any chance you can. Tom and Toxin. Toxin looks like he's just doing some donutting. And Toxin's gone, so it's just waiting for Tom. Didn't get the message. He must know that no one else is in it yet. He must know. Ooh, while we're here, I'll get rid of the big numbers. I have to do it again anyway. And there you go. He's at the top of the hill. He just wants to have a go at Rouge and Radio. There he goes. He's out. He's out, guys. He's out. So now they should all have to re-enter. So Backspace can put in their info. Oh no, he's ended it. We did this last week. It's alright, just give him a second. I'll do another search for lobbies and go and find him. Just sit tight, guys. I was just trying to finish my latte, for heaven's sakes. Just chilling here, guys. So I don't imagine he set it up just yet anyway. No. Oh no, that's Amigos Saturday Night GR3 Racing Season 3 Round 1. We've got URL Callum at Brands, Matt Psycho having a bit of a practice with Formula X, and Dol Porsche 2021 Championship. Alright then, update the list, see if it's turned up. Ding 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 ding. Refresh. Ah, Amigos GR3. See, I refreshed just at the right time. Rejoin. Oh, does that have to mean I have to go in the menus and set all me? That's the Group 3 car from 2 weeks ago. I think I did the dailies. I didn't do no dailies this week. Not that I didn't fancy it, I just couldn't be asked to get the wheel out. So, oh, everyone's coming back in. Look, Seth's joined. Digital Blasphemy. Tom. Hopefully they all remember whereabouts they were on the grid. I'm sure he took a screenshot. There you go. I'm sure you just heard me guzzling the last of my coffee. I keep saying latte, I feel pretentious. Beardy McBeard is in the room. It's filling up nicely now. Shaving is for girls. Yeah, I'm with you, McBeardy McBeardy. Although I do have to do my legs once a month because they just get a bit out of hand. So yeah, he should be just resetting the grid, and we will get on with an hour's racing for your pleasure. 60 minutes of pure simulated Group 2 action via the Amigos Racing guys. Guys isn't part of the name, that's why I keep changing it around to boys, guys, lads. The Amigos Race, they're the Amigo Racing team, and they're just the Amigos Racing, I guess, in Discord or something. And Amigos a racing dude, I'd say, but dudes are like the same as Amigos, isn't it, really? So it'd be counterproductive. So I want to click on spectate now. I'm always brilliant at this when nothing's happening. This is when I really hit my stride. Hey, while we're here, I can change all this. Yeah, variable display all. It's all changed. It's all done. I mean, already. It remembers. It remembers me. So yeah, I guess the guys are all just waiting for backspace to set up the grid. So how many non-Nissans do we actually have? Not many, I don't think. There's one Honda. I think it's it. I think that might be the singular. No, I saw one with Lexus written on the side of it. I'm sure I did. There's a Lexus out there somewhere. I'm sure there's a Lexus. Surely. Surely. Maybe not, maybe it's just practice. So they're out there now, having a wee little practice before the grid is made from the qualifying that we just saw. Some guys warm their tyres up different to others. We can see here LZ and Seth having a good warm-up session. Get those back tyres nicely done. Ready for racing. That's how we do it. Oh, Roadrunner Dan. Good luck, lads. Well done on your pole. Dominant. He started the final, so he's got the grid set up. We are almost ready to go. Tom, he's up for it, isn't he? He's massively up for a good drive. So here we are, 60 minutes in the Group 2 racing cars, or Nissan's Honda. I thought I saw a Lexus in practice, but I don't know. There's one. No, it's just a Honda. So here we are for the Nissan Cup. Let me get rid of the big numbers. I'll stay on this video for the start, waiting for the green lights to drop for a 1 hour race commencing now. There you go. Can't tell who's had a good start. There's some jumping out from behind there. Everyone's sorting themselves out. Seth leading, but no, Roadrunner Dan's got the inside of the source and he takes the lead. They're all looking like they're getting through tidy. Oh no, Tom, it looked like Tom had a bit of an issue down the field. Saw Tom flying off to one side. There he is in 12th, right at the back of the pack. Don't know what happened, but there you can see Roadrunner Dan and Seth are fighting tooth and nail. Seth coming up the inside, Roadrunner Dan, but Roadrunner Dan is going to have the inside line when it comes to Liscones, but Seth just edged it a little bit with the toe maybe. Just got a better drive out of Rouge. But there you see Seth just holding on to that lead from Roadrunner Dan. I'm trying to find a better camera. No, that's not it. That'll be the camera I want. So Seth and Roadrunner Dan fighting it out in the front there. Pigstig moving up into 3rd place in his Honda. Backspace in 4th. Uber is up to 5th. Beardy McBeard in 6th. Toxin 7th. Digital Blasphemy 8th. Rye is in 9th. 10th for Tom. He's coming back. He's got ahead of Scotty. Not quite got ahead of Scott yet. No, yeah, yes. That's LZ he was fighting with, wasn't it? No. Tom. It was Rye. It was Rye. It looks like Rye had a bit of an off. Don't know if it was because of Tom. And Scott is just coming up to the back of him. Elsie's down in 12th now. I don't know if he made a mistake. He's got a bit of a gap there. Seth F1 still in front of Roadrunner Dan. Not even barely done a lap into it, and these guys have raced. Dan sitting back now for a little bit with Pigstig only just behind him, looking for a way past. Then there's a bit of a gap to backspace. Oh, was that a move? I thought Dan was trying to outbrake Seth into the chicane. It's closed them right up though. Now Dan's going for the inside line there. Roadrunner Dan on Seth. Seth still slightly ahead, going defensive into the source, coming out now to the racing line. And there they go through. Pigstig a lot closer than he was before the chicane. Oh, backspace all over the curbs, getting a wiggle on. He's got a bit of space till Uber. Beardy McBeard not far behind Uber there, only 8/10 with Digital Blasphemy up into 7th. Great move. There's talk about great move. Tom up into 8th already, past Rye, Scott and Toxin in 11th. Looks like we've lost someone. Sure he was 12. Elsie's left the room. That's a shame. So Roadrunner Dan is has got ahead of Seth. We missed it, I apologise. And Pigstig all over the back of Seth's business. Seth's got too much to think about to be able to come back at Roadrunner Dan. Roadrunner Dan building a nice second lead on Seth already. Seth really struggling on something with a pit stick just there. Saw backspace, had a wobble on the curbs. And we had a quick cut through the field. And when we come back, Seth is down to second. And Roadrunner Dan is just flying away with it. 1 second ahead now. And he's disappearing from the pack. Seth second behind with only half a second from Pigstick. Pigstick, that Honda wiggling around all over the place. He's trying to keep it under control, trying to stay with the leaders. Imagine he's got a right handful there though. Now Seth, you can see, he's found his feet. He's starting to move away from Pigstick. Roadrunner Dan up to 1.3 seconds now, over 1 lap. Down into this is a bit where it looks like Seth isn't comfortable, into the chicanes. Pigstick all over the back of him in the last lap. Uber getting closer and closer to backspace now, 1.5 seconds. Right in 6th, Tom up to 7th, Scott in 8th. It's changed a lot here. Beardsy and Blasphemy seem to have dropped down the field a little bit. Oh my, don't know what happened at the back there for Beardy McBeard and Digital Blasphemy, but they've ended up further down. Roadrunner Dan still leading at 1.5 seconds, but now you can see Seth, that Honda much prefers Eau Rouge. He's coming at Seth now. Seth got the inside line, he's still ahead. It's his racing line, but no, he brakes a lot earlier and Pigstick goes flying into the corner ahead. Wow, great move from Pigstick. Seth trying to make a move back on him again. Some great racing up at the front here. Roadrunner Dan is now 2 seconds ahead of this battle. Pigstick trying to make the getaway from Seth. Seth started strong that first lap, but he's lost 2 places, 2 laps. My God. There are Uber. Our Uber has got ahead of backspace. We saw he was getting closer, but he's managed to clinch that spot. Racing up and down the field. This is exciting stuff now. So backspace down to 5th. Right, there's a little bit of space between him, 3.5 seconds. Jonesy's joined the room a bit late now, my friend. And there's Tom making his way through the field. We saw he had earlier issues. He's up to 7th already with Scott. Scott was a strong contender last week in the pre-season test race. So I'm sure we're going to see more from him during this race. Toxin in 9th, Beardy McBeard in 10th, Digital Blasphemy in 11th. Back up at the front then, Roadrunner Dan is up to 2.5 seconds ahead of Pigstick, but Pigstick pulled out a second on Seth. So Seth's really struggling with something in that Nissan right now. Is it the tyre wear? Oh, he's right back up with Pigstick though. Pigstick making a mistake, did he? In the chicane, he's on the soft tyre. And so is Seth. Roadrunner Dan also on the soft tyre. Uber is on the super soft, and it looks like backspace has caught him right back up again. It says half a second there, but that looks a bit closer to than half a second as they're heading towards Eau Rouge. And now we're seeing that backspace trying to find a toe up the hill. Ooh, didn't quite make Eau Rouge there. It's got better momentum, and then Uber is going to defend into this next corner, into Les Combes. Yeah, they're both breaking lovely stuff there. Fantastic racing. Beautiful racing, there we go. So just behind them, we've got Tom's caught up with Rye. Tom's on a good pace now, 207.744 seconds. It's only a second behind Rye. He's caught him up, great guns. He's bringing Scott along. You can see that Rye is all over the curbs in front of him. He's trying to keep that Nissan under control. And with Tom, we can see we're looking for our moment to get close to him. Try and make the move. Up ahead, you can see the 2 cars. Backspace and Uber going at it. We'll have to have a look at them in a minute. While we just sat on board, we just thought, ooh, We're down to 8 tenths now. He'll come out the car. Put Tom on the hunt for catching up a little bit of rye there. Roadrunner Dan now 3.8 seconds ahead of Pigstig. Pigstig still only a second ahead of Seth. Uber, he's only half a second ahead of Backspace. Backspace, I think, gets a better drive through this final chicane and is all over him. We saw that on the last lap, but not so close this lap round. There we see Rye still ahead of Tom. Tom flying through the field, same as Scott. These guys, I think, later on. Scott's on the medium tyre, so he's getting the slow tyre out of the way. Tom on the super soft. Oh no, Rye. Has Rye made a mistake? Rye's made a small mistake there, giving Tom the opportunity to draw closer to him as they head towards the Rouge. Tom didn't have a great lap, that last lap, with the 209. And there we see he's in his toe now, coming down straight towards the Coombs on Kennel Straight. Let's go for the move. Rye staying ultra defensive, but no, the move's made. Tom just outbraked him in the end and whipped straight through. Uber is back behind Backspace. Backspace ahead of Uber. It's all moving up and down the fields. Uber and Backspace racing tooth and nail. Roadrunner Dan, he's up to 4 seconds ahead of Pigstig. Pigstig, he's losing the back end of the Honda, giving Seth F1 the chance. Seth F1 comes round, says thank you very much, I'll take that, and Pigstig down into 3rd place. That was a big one, great save though. And there he is again, gliding round the corner, giving it some drift skills. Think Pigstig might have to come into the pits at the end of this lap. Backspace only 1.8 seconds behind him, but tyre wear is, they've all got the similar tyre wear. It's just Pigstig's decided to drift it. Drift that bad boy. So Roadrunner Dan leading the way from 5 seconds with Seth just regaining that 2nd spot from Pigstig. Pigstig we saw have a big one on the back end, catching it lovely and continuing on, but gives Seth the chance to get back into 2nd. Pigstig, is he going to go in? I don't think. Yeah, well, Seth's gone in. Seth's decided that's enough for those tyres. Now he cannot put a set of softs back on. He'll have to use either medium hard or super soft. Meanwhile, he's dropping through the field. Only Tom, the one on super softs, deciding to stop along with him. So brave move from Seth, early stopping. The other guys staying out there. Roadrunner Dan, we saw he can handle these tyres when they're on the half worn in practice. He was doing a great job. Pigstig now hasn't got Seth pushing him. He's got to keep up a good pace. But Seth will be coming out and going faster than he is on those tyres. They're about half worn, about halfway through the fuel now. Well, we're 12 minutes into the race, 11 minutes into the race. Backspace is pulled really close to the back of Pigstig. So race on between these two. Uber dropping off a bit. His tyres really done though. Those super softs, they can't see much more than 6 laps, can they? They're done. There's Seth F1 on his new super softs, as we were talking how rubbish they are. He slapped on a few, come out in 5th place. Scott up into 6th now, ahead of Rye. He hasn't gone into the pits. We saw him make a mistake earlier. Tom did come into the pits. He's got the softs on, so he's only lost a couple of places. Not bad. Beardy McBeard, he looks like he's pitted. Put some mediums on. Toxin also pitted. Put some mediums on, going for the long run. And Digital Blasphemy also on the mediums there at the back. They're going for long runs. See their intentions. Roadrunner Dan, he's gonna need to pit soon. He was a second off his own time on lap 5. Pigstig did a 209.8 on the last time around. Save of the year goes to Pigstig, says Chris Booker. You should be driving. How are you typing and driving? You would have got a great view of it as well. Backspace sitting right behind him. Is it Chris Brooker? It's Backspace? I don't know. It's Chris P, so no, it can't be Brooker. So Uber there in 4th with Seth in 5th on those new tyres. Nice and racy. Pigstig's gone in, and so has Backspace. Roadrunner Dan stayed out again. He can really look after those tyres though, but they are pretty red. And Seth there up into 2nd spot. Scott deciding he was on the mediums. He started on the mediums, so he's opted not to pit. He's got a good strategy there. Tom also, one of the early stoppers, just swooning round, but they're starting to come back out now. You can see they're all feeding out. Backspace is in 4th. 5th for Uber. Pickstick's dropped right back to 6th. He's put the medium tyres on. For Uber, they've both short fields. They've filled less fuel than Pickstick, and it's shuffled Pickstick behind them. Pickstick's gone for the medium tyre though. He just wants to keep a good pace. Tom then in 7th. Rye is there in 8th. He's pitted, put some super softs on. Beardy McBeard we saw on the medium tyres. Toxin on the medium, and Digital Blasphemy in 11th on the medium. Roadrunner Dan then, he's got to pit at the end of this lap surely, because there's everyone else has pitted out there, and they've pitted to a faster tyre. Seth F1 on the super soft tyres chasing him down. The gap is 10 seconds. That's less than a pit stop, isn't it? I'm sure of it. So Seth, mission accomplished, I think. Seth didn't put fuel in when he pitted. He only just stopped and put tyres on. So it's going to be a Roadrunner's Dan's choice. We assume he's going to put the super soft tyres on also. Scott there on them mediums, seeing how long they can go. But Backspace harrying him along, trying to get that 3rd place back. And he's through. He's done it. Super stuff. On the super soft tyres. Backspace whipping past Scott. Scott's going to be a sitting duck now. Here we see Pickstick. Pickstick's got past Uber. Uber on the super soft, and Tom just not that far behind on the soft tyres. Oh my. Tom looking to line Uber up while Uber's trying to warm his tyres up after his pit stop. A bit ahead of them. Pickstick trying to make a move on Scott, and he's done it. He's through. Pickstick up to 4th. Scott in 5th. Uber trying to fight Tom off and trying to overtake Scott at the same time. Scott wants to go in the pits. Oh no, Uber's got driven into the pits. Oh, he did as well. Oh, poor Uber. Uber I don't think wanted to pit, but got pushed into the pits because he was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and that's really put him down. Roadrunner Dan is still in that 1st place. He didn't pit. He went round again. My word, he's really making those tyres do their job. He's only 8.5 seconds ahead of Seth. Backspace is in a 3rd place now, ahead of Pickstick. Some 2 seconds ahead. Tom is up into 5th. Rye is in 6th. Uber has come out in 7th. He did change the tyres though. He put mediums on, so he tried to do something out of it. There's Scott is in the soft tyre now, trying to make an impression. Beardy McBeard we know is on the mediums. Digital Blasphemy is ahead of Toxin. Toxin somehow behind. 2 seconds behind Digital Blasphemy. So Digital Blasphemy starting to make the moves. He's done a 207.8 on lap 7. And Toxin's lap was a 210.8. So yeah, Digital Blasphemy getting used to these mediums a lot quicker than Toxin. So Roadrunner Dan, some 5.8 seconds. That was 10 seconds 2 laps ago. So not staying out has cost Dan nearly 5 seconds on track. We said them tyres can only go for about 6 laps though, those super softs at best. Backspace moving himself into a 3rd place ahead of Pickstick. Pickstick chasing him down, but Pickstick did put more fuel in than Backspace. That might pay dividends, and he's put the medium tyres on, so he gets the slower tyre out of the way. He's got Tom catching him up though at a rate of knots, 7/10 behind it. Pickstick now. Roadrunner Dan has gone in. He's going to change, I imagine, to the super soft tyres. Seth's taken over the lead. Well, not quite. He's got to get around that corner first. There's Backspace. Pickstick in 3rd. Tom's still there in 4th, but Roadrunner Dan, he hasn't quite come out first. He has. Seth just there in 1st. It's neck and neck, really. No, there you can see Seth F1 made the move, but now Roadrunner Dan can go a lot longer than Seth F1 can. They're back at it again, like they were 17 minutes ago at the beginning of the race. Side by side. You'd say Roadrunner Dan's got the better position here. His tyres are a bit colder, but he's made the job done and retaken the lead of this race from Seth F1. Seth F1 down to 2nd place. with backspace there in third, some 7.2 seconds behind them guys. Tom's got past Pigstig. Tom's managed to get past Pigstig. He's really making the moves in this race after we saw him have an early off on the first lap, virtually the first corner. So Pigstig down to 5th place in the lone Honda of this Nissan-clad pit lap crew race cars. There's Rye in 6th, some 5.5 seconds behind Pigstig. He's on the super soft tyres. Uber, we saw, I think, was forced to pit stop. Didn't want to go in, but he was on the wrong side of Scott when Scott wanted to go into the pits. So he changed to mediums, I think, just to get rid of his medium stint. And he stayed ahead of Scott in 8th. There's Digital Blasphemy. He's up to 9th now. Digital Blasphemy loving these medium tyres. He's got past Beardy McBeard, who's come in and he's put the super softs on. I'm not sure. I thought he changed to mediums, but he must have started the race on mediums. So he's pitted, put some super softs on. Now he's chasing Digital Blasphemy down. Roadrunner Dan, 1.5 seconds already ahead of Seth. He's got some pace, but Seth has got the fastest lap of the race with a 2:05.543 so far. So pace is king. We'll be coming back for some more racing with Roadrunner, I'm sure, in the next stint. Both of them. They've put softs or mediums on. That's what they've got the choice of. Super softs there for backspace. He started on the soft tyre. You can see them ahead of him. He's got closer because he was 7 seconds behind him. Now he's 6.8 seconds. So backspace clawing his way back to the front, but his car's going sideways around there. Tom making his way through, had a terrible first lap. Put him to the back of the pack, and he's up into 4th place now. It's fantastic stuff, some fantastic racing. We're over 20 minutes through this 1 hour race here at Spa. Pigstig's almost been in every single position, hasn't he? He's been up to 2nd, 3rd, 4th. He's in 5th at the moment. He's in the lone Honda. I can dish out some of these. I don't know why I don't. Let me have a drink. Pigstig's put the medium tyres on. He did 2:08.8 on his last lap. Next to Tom on the softs, who's doing 2:07s. He did a 2:05 as his fastest. But it's just about getting the best pace out of those medium tyres when you're on them, and being racy when you're on the super soft, I guess. It's just the way the strategy is. It's just you've got to keep it's just got to keep on it all the way through. There's no sort of like rest in the hour. Seth back in. Seth back in. He's sick of those super softs. He's not been on them long. What, 4 laps? 4 or 5 laps at best. He's gone in. So Pigstig coming around. Roadrunner Danny's only just put those super softs on. He can make the tyres last a bit longer, it seems. And Seth, backspace has gone past the pit lane, has he? Not quite. Haven't seen Seth reappear yet. So yeah, Tom coming around. He's stayed in for quite a while as Seth. Where is he? Down to 8th. That's a real surprise. Oh, he's tanked right up. He's put the medium tyres on. He's going for a long game strategy here in the middle of the race. I believe he's... well, yeah, you can see he's tanked up. He's going up for a long one on the mediums. Head down, crack on from Seth. Middle of the pack, but he's alright. Hasn't got too many cars around him to slow him down. He's really pushing the back end of that Nissan. Lack of grip there, and a heavy right foot. It's giving him some great slides. Roadrunner Dan, he'll be wondering what strategy Seth's gone for. He's done a 2:04.993 though, so that's unbelievable pace. I think we saw him doing Did he do a mid 204? 204.4 I think in practice. So we can see what these cars are capable of. He's really low on fuel though, so he won't be out there for much longer. Backspace up into second spot now. Tyres not too bad. Fuel is low. Tom in third. His tyres are pretty done. His fuel's low. Pigstig, we saw he fueled up a little bit more than them guys and chose the medium tyres. 3.5 seconds. He's 20 seconds behind Roadrunner Dan, but he was never really racing Roadrunner Dan. It's Backspace he's racing. He was 13 seconds. So Backspace is only around 7 seconds ahead. There goes Tom. Tom's gone in to get rid of those tyres. Backspace carrying on, even though his fuel does look quite low. His tyres look quite worn. Pigstig, 8.3 seconds. That's how far behind he is. That's not bad. Quarter of a tank of fuel. He's on the medium tyres. He can carry on. After Backspace is going to have to pit. Take on fuel. Scott up into 4th place now. After his early stint on those medium tyres. That's not bad, is it? On the soft tyre now. Still got quite a bit of wear in them. He's got a quarter of a tank of fuel, so he can crack on for a while. Uber in 5th, who had to change to the mediums, but he needs to come in for pit fuel. And those tyres don't look like they're ready to come in. He's been keeping a 208 on those medium tyres, so good pace. Seth out now. He's put the mediums. He's tanked up. He's 1.5 seconds ahead of Tom. Tom also on the mediums, also topped up with fuel. Right, he's on the softs, back in 8th place. He's recently come in. Yeah, he's come in that last lap. Whoa, you got to watch those curbs, bro. He's put some soft tyres on. He's fueled up. He's ready to go for some. Tox in, moving up into 9th there. He's on the mediums. Did he start on those mediums? I reckon he did. I reckon they're the tyres he started on. And he's still cracking on with them. No, he couldn't have done. His fuel wouldn't have lasted this long, surely. He must have been in. Yes, lap 5 it looks like. Yeah, I'd say lap 5. He pitted, put the mediums on. It's paying him dividends now though, because he's ahead of Beardy McBeard, who looks like he's just been in. Yeah, he's on his out lap. He's just been in to get the mediums on again. Thought he'd done a medium stint. Medium stint and fueled all right up. And Digital Blasphemy not that far behind him. Only 1.5 seconds. He's on the soft tyres. Half a tank of fuel. He pitted at the same time. These guys have been racing. Here we go. Got some pit stops at the front. Roadrunner Dan. He didn't stay out long on those super softs, did he? His fuel ran out. So Pigstig, he's also come in. Thought this was going to work for him. But Pigstig coming in. He didn't need fuel, so he could have stayed another lap. But no, he wants to get those softs on, or super softs. So Roadrunner Dan, he's gone for the soft tyre. He's got out ahead of Scott. Scott slowly making his way up through the pack. Something else, eh? Look at that, up in 2nd place. Seth, F1 on those medium tyres, leading the guys who've just pitted. Backspace, Tom on the mediums. Yeah, we saw Tom behind. So Backspace has come back out from 2nd into 4th. Pigstig's come out from, was he in 4th, was he, or something? 3rd? He's come out in 6th on the super softs though. Racy as hell. Only 2.5 seconds behind Tom on the medium tyre. Backspace also on the medium tyre. Oh, Backspace losing the back end. He's nipped it all up though. Ooh. Shared a bit of paint with Tom as Tom was going past. And there you go, Tom up into 4th place now. And, Backspace dropping down into 5th. Not that far ahead of the super soft clad Honda. Chasing him down. He'll say, I want that place back, my friend. That was mine. Beforehand. Right in 7th ahead of Uber. Uber trying to make the best of a shocking situation for him, having to go in the pits when he wasn't ready to. Digital Blasphemy up into 9th. Toxin dropped. Toxin must have dropped. He was doing alright. Bless him. Oh, he's been into the pits. He's come into the pits. Oh yeah, because he was on those mediums, wasn't he? They were pretty gnarled up. But he's not far behind Beardy McBeard and Digital Blasphemy. A race of their own at the back there. Wow, Digital Blasphemy only just holding on, but Digital Beardy McBeard going quite wide in that corner, losing a bit of time to Digital Blasphemy. Digital Blasphemy on the soft tyre. Up ahead then, Roadrunner Dan. Oh, Scott has come into the pits. Scott needs to come into the pits. His tyres were pretty much done. So Seth goes into second. Tom up into third. Who would have thunk it after that first lap? We're coming up to halfway through this race, so there's plenty more to go. Backspace in fourth. Pigstig in fifth. Rye in sixth. Scott, he's got to come out somewhere though, surely. Yeah, there he comes. Where's he going to place himself? Behind Pigstig, ahead of Rye, but not much ahead of Rye. Rye pushing. Oh god, pressing all the buttons but the wrong one. 7, there you go. I'll look down. Rye is on it. Rye is on it. He's looking for a way past Scott. He's going along. Kemmel straight. Checking it out. He's around the outside. Scott protecting that inside line, but is it going to be enough? It looks like, oh, Rye's on the outside. Can he switch back in? And Scott maintains the corner. But Rye's all over him. Absolutely all over him. This is letting Uber catch them right up. Now Uber is having a look at Rye, seeing if the door's open. We're all racing on equal status here. Oh, Rye all over the curbs again, giving Uber the opportunity to come close to him. Got to stay off those curbs. Really destables the car. And there we see Uber going up the inside of Rye. Great move. Although it looks like Rye braked a little bit to let him through. Rye must be getting used to. Is he just pitted? He's somewhat unstable in that car. He's not happy about the back end. Looks a bit loose. So Scott managed to maintain that 6th place ahead. Uber's got ahead of Rye now. Rye's all over the curbs. Calm down, my son. It's the glow of the bonnet. Digital Blasphemy still leading this pack at the back here. 9, 3.5 seconds. Beardy McBeard only 1.2 seconds ahead of Toxin. Toxin chasing him down. There's a great race building there, we can see. Up ahead though, a Roadrunner Dan. He's just posted another fastest lap, a 204.8. Seth gone into pit to get rid of those medium tyres. And he doesn't have to fuel up or anything like that, so he can turn that one quickly around. Tom just going through La Source. Pigstig there in third ahead of Backspace. So Backspace has dropped a little bit on those mediums. Yeah, we said Pigstig on the super soft could have an opportunity to make a jump on Backspace. It looks like it has happened off camera. There's Seth. He's come back out of the pits on the racing soft tyre in 5th place ahead of Scott on the super soft tyre, but not that far ahead of him. It's only 1.5 seconds, but we saw him touching the dirt. He's kept it. Saw him in the distance, looking like he touched the dirt, but he's kept the car going. So Scott chasing him down. Backspace in 4th. Pigstig up into 3rd, giving Tom a little bit of jip. Tom on those medium tyres, trying to maintain that pace. He changed them same time as Seth. So he's staying out on him. Tom is in 2nd, but Pigstig all over the back of him. Pigstig looking for a way through. Up into 2nd place. Tom staying firm. He won't be budged, but there you go. Is that the one? Pigstig, is that the door? No. I thought he was up. He's up the side of him. He's going around the outside. That's the super soft versus the... Ooh, we're having a bit of a rubbing contest. And they're side by side round all of that part. Tom's medium tyres. He hasn't got the grip that Pigstig's got. And there you see Pigstig are pulling away from Tom on the medium tyres. Backspace there in 4th. Seth in 5th. Scott not too far behind though on the super soft tyres, chasing him down. And there is Uber, only 2.8 seconds behind Scott. So all can change in the next 27 minutes. What a tantalising race we've got going on. Roadrunner Dan there, it says he's 26 seconds ahead of Tom. Wow. I don't know where all that time came from. But Tom only just ahead of Pigstig. Did Tom get back ahead of Pigstig? He did. Should have stayed with him. Oh, annoying. Ooh, you can see Backspace's car stepping out on him there, coming around La Source. Seth won't need much more of an invitation than that. You've got a wiggly back end. I'll be all over you. And here we see the fight between Tom and Pigstig carrying on. No quarter given from either driver. Trying to get the toe is Pigstick. He's pulling back onto the racing line. He's pulling alongside. Tom wants to get out there, but he can't now. It's got a Pigstick in the way. But Tom's still managing to maintain it through that corner. These two squabbling. He's giving Seth and Backspace the opportunity to catch up with them. And even there in the background, you can see Scott catching him up as well. 1 second behind Seth. So this is really turning into a battle here. Tom. Oh no, Pigstick lost the back end of the Honda. Oh, poor Pigstick. He's been throwing everything he has at this race, and only for the back end just a step away from him. Those super softs though, I imagine they're becoming a handful. And Scott behind you, that's not what you need to get your head back into place. And oh my god, here we go, some action in front. He's gone up the inside of Seth, but Seth's maintained that place. So Backspace moving up into third. Oh, Pigstick's dropped down 6. Now he's side by side with Scott. Sorry, Scott. I was just trying to read the name. I couldn't. And now Pigstick going back ahead. It's side by side all the way along the bendy straight, or as straight as it gets. And now Scott just ahead of Pigstick. I don't know if Pigstick's got anything left on those tyres. He's waving around, and now Seth's got ahead of Backspace up along that straight into the chicane. Backspace just following him. Scott there just following them, and yeah, Pigstick staying out. He's staying out on those tyres. And though he's lost a couple of places, he's continuing on. Uber not that far behind these guys. 1.5 seconds in 7th spot. Rye in 8th spot. 5.8 seconds behind those guys. Digital Blasphemy is 22 seconds behind Rye, and only 6 seconds ahead of Toxin. Toxin's got past Beardy. Beardy McBeard has dropped down. Has he pitted or something? It could be, yeah, he's on his outlap. He's pitted. Put some soft tyres on. Looks like Digital Blasphemy's just pitted as well. Yes, he's just popping in. Toxin already showing that he's got past. There, and Beardy McBeard. Oh God, I'm all over the shop. There we go. Beardy McBeard just crossing the line. So Digital Blasphemy still might get out ahead of... He's put the medium tyres on. He's coming out. Has he got out ahead of Beardy McBeard? Just about. Beardy McBeard all over the back of Digital Blasphemy. Coming up towards Eau Rouge. 10th and 11th here. Fighting it out. Absolutely fighting. There they go. Up they go through Eau Rouge and Radion. Beardy McBeard just ahead of Digital Blasphemy. I've got to look through the... Oh no, Tom... Seth's up to... Oh, sorry guys. Seth's caught Tom up. Just drove past him, it seems. Seth back up into 2nd spot. He's waiting for Roadrunner Dan to take a pit stop. He's got soft tyres on. They're pretty half warm, but he's carrying on. Seth F1 there. I haven't seen Roadrunner Dan, though, put the medium tyres on yet. We can see here, Tom can't wait to get rid of these medium tyres. He's lost the position to Seth. He's got Scott behind him now. Backspace dropping down to 5th place. Uber is only 2 seconds behind Backspace. He's catching them up, but his tyres are pretty grizzled. Backspace on those medium tyres, coming back at Scott. But no, I don't think he's got the grip for it. Who's going to go into the pits this time? No one. Roadrunner Dan still not pitted. Seth, he's got rid of his medium stint. They have to do a stint on all of the tyres, so at some point I think Roadrunner Dan will have to put those medium tyres on, and then we'll see him lose that 20 odd second lead he's got going on at the moment. Tom doing an absolutely mighty job out there with his medium stint, keeping the cars behind. Obviously couldn't keep Seth. We missed that off camera. At the moment he's having a titanic battle with Scott. See on board with Scott, trying all we can. Oh God, this is why I don't touch the controller. But oh God, come on, there we go, Scott. Scott all over the back of that medium clad Nissan in front. Scott's super softs are pretty worn. They won't have the grip that they used to have, and he's trying all he can to try and get past all the time. You can see Seth disappearing into the distance, into that second spot. 29 seconds Roadrunner Dan is ahead now. I do believe he's going to have to put a medium set of tyres on. I don't think I've seen him on a medium set of tyres yet. So, is he going to pit on this one? We've seen him carry on with more wear than that, and there he goes, around again. Man's unstoppable. So, Seth in second. Tom still holding on to that third spot. His fuel is starting to flash now. I imagine he's going to come in anytime soon. Pretty much, I'd imagine the end of this lap. Scott doing all he can, but his tyres are pretty short after he gets rid of Tom. I thought he was going to go for it then. Scary stuff with backspace still on his medium tyres. He's got plenty of fuel. Oh, I think Scott had to move out the way, or he's going to bump a bit of Tom. Tom now going into the pits to top up with fuel and get rid of those medium tyres. Scott also went into the pits, and so did backspace. Loads of them have come in. So Tom, the first one in of the guys. Pigstick, he must have pitted the lap earlier. We missed that. He did. He's coming around. What's he going to get out of all of this? Tom was the first in the pits. Uber coming in. Scott and backspace. So Pigstick's the next on the track. Right, really close to the back of Pigstick. So they're coming out now. Tom's come back out in third on the soft tyre. Scott on the soft tyre. Backspace is also on the soft tyre. Uber has come out on the super softs. Ahead of Pigstick. I don't know what happened to Pigstick. For him to have fallen this far behind all of them. Really? He's fallen back to where Rye is. That's brilliant for Rye. It's the Dayglow Green versus Dayglow Pink. Out there, Honda and Nissan fighting for it. And so your order so far with 40 minutes through the race. Roadrunner Dan still out there, but he's got to pit this lap. This has got to be it. His fuel's flashing. His tyres look absolutely cremated. No, he's going round again. My word. But it doesn't affect his lap time. Them tyres are ripped. He did a 208.141. Seth's done a 205.9 on his softs, so he's flying. He's got the time down to 27 seconds. I think Roadrunner Dan, though, the next stint he's got to put his mediums on, because he might not get another chance. 19 minutes left. Tom there having a great run from the back to third place, back of the podium, 2 seconds ahead of Scott. Backspace there in 5th place. If I put my drink down, I'll give him all a bit of a... So there you see Roadrunner Dan leading the way. He's got the fastest lap of a 204.860. Says he's 27 seconds leading, but I think he's got to come in and pit, and I think he may have to use a medium tyre. Seth F1, he's out there in second spot. He's used his medium tyre for this race. Can't imagine he'd be going back on him again, but he's trying all he can to catch up. Roadrunner Dan in third. What a race this man's had. THG Tom 79. Saw him have a bit of a spin out after Le Tours in the first lap. To the back of the pack he went, and he's fought his way through. We've seen him on the medium tyre. We've seen Scott do his medium tyre. We've seen Backspace do his medium tyre. Seen Uber do his medium, and we've seen Pigstick do his medium. So I'm pretty sure all these guys have done their medium run. We haven't seen any hard tyre, but I didn't expect to see a hard tyre, to tell you the truth. Just too slow. No grip. Now everyone's just racing until the end. Beardy McBeard up into 9th there. Ahead of Digital Blasphemy. But he's not got much fuel left. He's only got a quarter of a tank. He's just come out of the thingy. Is that how much fuel they'll need for the last 17 minutes? I thought they'd want more fuel than that. So we'll have to see. Digital Blasphemy, he's on a quarter of a tank on his medium tyres. Roadrunner Dan has come in. Is he going to put the medium tyre on, we wonder? Here we can see Seth F1 just getting to the chicane. Back end's wiggly, those tyres are pretty torn. There he goes out, yes, he's put the medium tyres on. But really, Seth probably could have come in. In all fairness, Seth and his softs, they look like they're quite grizzled up now. He's only got a couple of laps left in that car and he's going to need some fuel anyway. So 8 seconds behind Roadrunner Dan. He's called it perfectly, waiting until the end here to put his mediums on. He had a bit of time to play with. It's been a great race from Roadrunner Dan, I think. Second is Seth. Seth's fuel now starting to flash. He's used the mediums, so he doesn't have to go on those again. Tom there, he's in a good spot really. He's 20 seconds behind Seth. He's got a quarter of a tank of fuel. I'm guessing 3/4 is definitely what you need. You can see Roadrunner Dan trying to get used to the lack of grip on the medium tyres. Oh, Elite Digits is Chris Brooker, sorry. I'll get used to all the names. So Seth, 7.6 seconds. He's going to be pushing his nuts off, but he's got to go into the pits. I don't know how much fuel they need for the end of the race at the moment. Tom's sitting quite pretty. Half a tank of fuel. Bit of wear on his softs. Scott there in 4th, only 3 seconds behind him. Bit more fuel. Bit more grip on his soft tyres as well, so he's in a good position. Backspace in 5th place, just 2 seconds ahead of Uber. He's on the soft tyre, Uber's on the super soft tyre, so Uber will be flying, absolutely. Trying to catch up to the back end of the Nissan of Backspace for a bit of a race off at the end. We've only got 15 minutes left of this race. Pigstig, that is curious how he ended up dropping back to 7th. Because he was in the fight with these boys. He really was. So I'm not sure what went wrong there to put him back there. He's 3.5 seconds ahead of Rai. And Rai is 23 seconds ahead of Beardy McBeard. He's going to have to pit, I'm afraid, before the end of the race. Even though he's doing so well. He's on the low fuel. As fast as... Hey, Seth's in. Seth, we said his fuel wasn't going to go. Tom, has he really got past him? No, he hasn't got to Le Soul yet. So I imagine Seth comes out of the pits with his super softs on and just over half a tank of fuel. Roadrunner Dan on those mediums. He's not posted a time yet for us to see, but he was doing 206s and 207s before his pit stop. Seth doing 206s. So it's a game of chess between these two, but it's 25 seconds, a lot to try and find in 13-14 minutes. Tom only 2 seconds behind Seth, so he'll be pushing. Don't know if he's got enough fuel left for the rest of the race. Doesn't look too bad, does it, from here? Scott, he's on half a tank of fuel. Better grip on those tyres. Only 5 seconds behind Tom. So the fight between 2nd, 3rd, 4th not over yet, with 2.5 seconds to Backspace, who's 3.7 seconds behind Backspace and only 1.5 seconds ahead of Pigstig. Pigstig coming back at Uber. In the dynamics of this race, we can see Pigstig catching up to Uber in the lone Honda out there. Roadrunner, we're seeing what sort of lap time he's doing. He's through the chicane. He still does great lap times, even on the medium tyre. Here he comes, 207. 207 for Roadrunner Dan. So Seth will have to do some laps. Really, he'd have to do 205s regularly. And even then, that's probably not enough time to catch him up. So it looks like Roadrunner Dan has got it all tied up in a sweet little bow for this race. Ooh, blue flag. Someone's... I don't know who's getting lapped at the moment. Digital Blasphemy in 11th, 10th for Toxin. Beardy McBeard in 9th. Rye has gone into the pits. Pigstig has caught right up with Uber. We said he was catching him up, and he has. He's caught him right up. He's virtually on his bumper now as we're coming towards Rouge. Oh, look at the speed that Honda picks up on the Nissan. Unbelievable. He's looking for a way past. He's got so good drive through the Rouge. He wants to get past the Nissan. He wants the inside line. And there he is. He's there. He's through. He's used the soft tyres, but them soft tyres and that fuel will not last until the end of the race. Wow, Pigstig's got a style, hasn't he? He's got a style through those corners. He's like Vin Diesel. So Uber down to 7th. He's also going to have to change tyres. Doesn't need fuel, but he will need some tyres, I imagine, before the checkered flag. That's probably where Pigstig found the pace on him. Pigstig now needing fuel, backspace. Half a tank of fuel, but those tyres are looking quite worn. He's nearly 5.5 seconds ahead of Pigstig, 3.7 seconds behind Scott. Scott in the 208s, 209s even, with those soft tyres on, quite worn. Roadrunner Dan, 206.0 on the medium tyres. That is unbelievable pace. Is that really what he just posted? A 206.0 on the mediums. That's ridiculous. Seth coming around at 206.2 on the super softs. But that was his outlap, wasn't it? No, I don't think it was, you know. No, that wasn't his outlap. So that's not good enough, I'm afraid, Seth. Roadrunner Dan is doing some unbelievable. So Pigstig, backspace, sorry. Pigspace and Backstig into the pits with Uber. Scott 4th. He's not elected to pit. So Backspace out in 5th that he was. Right, is he going to move up ahead? No, surely not. Uber is out. He didn't need to fuel up though. So Pigstig under threat from Rye at the moment. Rye's right off the track. No, Pigstig is out in 7th spot. Fueled up and put some super softs on to finish the race with. We're guessing Rye in 8th. On those mediums, he's on his medium stint now. Beardy McBeard up into 9th. Toxin is in the pits. Digital Blasphemy isn't that far behind it. Well, he is 24 seconds, but you'll see Toxin coming out on soft tyres. He's only just behind Beardy McBeard, so race on there. And he's some 6 seconds ahead of a Digital Blasphemy. So great stuff down at the back of the grid here. Great racing. Beardy McBeard is just pitted. He's put on the softs. Half a tank of fuel. Let's get him home with. Toxin, something similar. Softs. Digital Blasphemy. He's on the hard tyre, you see. He's gone hard. Digital Blasphemy all harded up. I don't think that's going to help yet anywhere in this race. So Roadrunner Dan, 23 seconds in the lead in his Nissan. He's played a great strategy, a blinding strategy. Saved the mediums till the end, built up a good bracket speed margin from Seth. Seth went early onto the medium stint. Cost him a bit of time. Come out some 7 seconds behind Roadrunner Dan, but he had to go in and pit himself. Scott in and Tom. Scott and Tom, so backspace, it's saying up into 3rd, but he's got another corner before that's confirmed. Uber is saying up to 4th, but there goes Scott. Scott's released from the pits. He's put his super softs on. Half a tank of fuel. He's come out still in 3rd, only just ahead of Backspace. Backspace looking for a way past. This will be their final stops. Tom's out in 5th. So Backspace trying as he can to get past Scott in Eau Rouge. Now all he can do is follow him up the Caramel Straight to Les Coons. Scott taking that inside line, and there you go, Backspace just making the move around the outside. Beautiful stuff from Backspace. Scott probably wasn't sure what to expect from his super softs. Aired on the side of caution. Backspace just got that podium straight from him. More to come from these two, I think. Seth now 23 seconds adrift of a Roadrunner Dan up in the lead. And Backspace there, thirds, ahead of Scott in fourth. Tom back to fifth. He's got to put medium tyres on. Has he not done a medium? He did a medium. I'm surprised he's put medium tyres on. Maybe he just wants that to go to the end. Digital Blasphemy as a left. So a DNF for Digital Blasphemy. Uber there in sixth, ahead of Pigstig. Pigstig on the super softs, racing till the end. Same as Uber on the softs. Tom on the mediums. It's a real surprise for me, that. So, Jim on Wise, can I really believe my ears? The voice of GT Sport. Thank you, that's too kind. So, Tom in fifth. Backspace there in fourth, all over Scott. Scott's got back that third place. Scott's got the third place back. We should have stuck with him. Scott moving ahead of Backspace, but Backspace all over the back of his fellow Amigo Racing team compatriot. And Backspace down to fourth. Tom in fifth, but Tom on the medium tyres is going to struggle with Uber coming at him. He's only 2 seconds behind, but these two here, Scott and Backspace, have not given a quarter to each other the whole race. And now we can see Scott in the final podium position, ahead of a Backspace. Tom, the third person from before the pits, person in third before the pit stops, putting the medium tyres on. I'm sure he did a medium run earlier, but I may be wrong. Uber on the soft tyres, flashing up to the back end of Tom. Pigstig, he was up there earlier on, just Blasphemy's back. So Pigstig in 7th place, some 8 seconds behind Art Uber. Art standing for Amigos Racing team, who's only 1.4 seconds behind Tom on those medium tyres. Backspace now losing a bit of momentum from Scott. He's about 1.3 seconds adrift of him. Scott adrift of Seth by 20 odd seconds. Seth 22 seconds. He has pushed, but it's just a bit late. A 2:08.7 with only 4 minutes to go in this race from Roadrunner Dan. Seth on those super softs. He's done a 2:06.7 on his last lap. It's all just not enough, I suppose. He wants more laps, more time to try and draw Roadrunner Dan in. Yes, he done a 2:08.1, so yeah. Scott some 1.2 seconds, so it's not a done deal here. Scott's tyres are fresher than Backspace's though. Tom on those medium tyres doing all he can to stay ahead of Uber. Uber's got it down to 1 second. With only 3.5 minutes left of racing, after this hour of racing, we've still got a fair few battles on the track. So great stuff here from the Amigos Racing guys. Pigstig in 7th, should have been higher. He was up there in 2nd. I don't know what happened to put him down there. So Rye in 8th, some 6 seconds behind Pigstig. But 33 seconds ahead of Toxin. Toxin ahead of Beardy McBeards. Digital Blasphemy as DNF'd. I'm sure we started with 12. I don't know who else was here. I've forgotten. Ainsley? May have been Ainsley. And there we see Beardy McBeard trying to make a move on Toxin. And Toxin, oh my gosh, Toxin had a bit of an off. He had a bit of an off trying to get into the chicane. And Beardy McBeard makes his way through up into 9th spot. Great stuff. So Roadrunner Dan leading the way by 22.6 seconds. Seth in 2nd place, flying through those corners, pushing everything he can. He's 18 seconds ahead of Scott. Scott's pulled it out to 2 seconds ahead of Backspace now. Backspace, Tom is still there in 5th on those medium tyres. 1.5 seconds ahead of Uber. Uber's 7 seconds ahead of Pigstig. So Pigstig on those super soft tyres, pushing like a maniac. try and catch up. Whee! Flying. Like I said, he's flying through the corners. Literally. That's awesome. So Uber only 1.8 seconds behind Tom. His tyres are starting to look a bit burnt. Tom's got plenty of fuel. He didn't have to do any kind of fuel saving in the last 1.5 minutes. Fantastic stuff. So Roadrunner Dan, absolute dominance from the beginning, from practice to qualifying to in the race. Seth F1 took it from him off the line. Oh no, Seth F1 might not make it. His fuel's looking quite bad. Has he got a pit? Is he going to have time to pit before Scott comes around? Ah, interesting stuff here. We're in the last minute. They're on their last lap, surely. I don't think they'll make it around to the line within a minute. So yeah, that's probably okay. I imagine the fuel's okay on Seth. Precision refueling from Seth F1. Scott there, maintaining that podium position. He started from the back of the grid because he dropped out of qualifying, or there was a reason he dropped out of qualifying. So they had to manually do the grid and put him in the last spot, and he's come through to third spot. So great racing there from Scott. Backspace there in fourth, some 3.7 seconds. It was close stuff between them. His fuel's flashing also. 20 seconds left of this race. Tom still 1.3 seconds ahead of Uber. Uber pushing all he can to try and catch up. That Nissan. Pigstig is 5.3 seconds behind those guys. Rye is 9 seconds behind Pigstig. Beardy McBeard is ahead of Toxin. We saw Toxin having a small off. So Roadrunner Dan, the times run out. Oh, and he's gone through. Yeah, I think he's already gone through the line. So Roadrunner Dan having to do one more lap. Seth happy not to with his fuel looking the way it is. He's wiggling his way up to finish in second spot. There he is, fantastic stuff. Scott coming around to finish in third. He's got backspace some 3.3 seconds behind him. So all cool for Scott. Great race for Scott, starting from the back of the pack, making his way through. Backspace in fourth, fifth for Tom. After we saw an early mistake, putting him right to the back. Uber in sixth, so close in the end from Uber, just a couple more laps. Pigstig, he had a great race, don't know how he ended up in seventh. Here we see beautiful looking car by Rye, going around the final chicane to finish in eighth spot. In ninth, Beardy McBeard. He's some way off those guys, I think. Roadrunner Dan. No, he hasn't lapped him, he's behind him. So we can watch those guys. Beardy McBeard, some 7 seconds ahead of Toxin in the end. We saw them having a bit of a race. Toxin having a small off in the chicane, giving Beardy McBeard the spot. He's coming around now to complete just over an hour's racing, I guess. 1 hour and 2 minutes virtually. Racing there, Beardy McBeard crossing the line in 9th place, fantastic. Toxin coming across to finish in 10th, brilliant stuff. And Roadrunner, we're just seeing coming up the straight, Blanchemont, I mean, through the chicane to a winner's applaud. Yeah, well done Roadrunner Dan. Crowd go wild. It's a crazy race, fantastic stuff. So there's the classifications, and the victory goes to Roadrunner Dan. Completely fantastic. Pole position, fastest lap, and he gets a clean race as well. Boom. Well done to you. So I will take you to the race results and we'll wrap it up. So yes, Roadrunner Dan takes the win in the first race of the Group 2 league run by the Amigo Racing guys, and that was some fancy racing there. It was fantastic. I'm trying to get the thing up so I can tell you where we are next. In second place, Seth F1. Oh yeah, we're at Dragon's Trail next, Gardens, next week when you tune in for another hour's race from these Group 2 guys. Scott, a fantastic third place from the back of the pack all the way through. He got, and they got the final podium. Fantastic. In fourth we have a Backspace, fifth Tom, sixth Uber, seventh Pigstig, eighth Rye, in ninth Beardy McBeard, and in 10th Toxin. We had a couple drop away. We had Digital Blasphemy at DNF and Elsley at DNF. Roadrunner Dan got your fastest lap on his 14th lap with a 2:04.860. Well, I hope you enjoyed that race. It was rather fun. And next week, next Saturday, join us again for another live Amigos Racing Group 2 Championship race at Dragon's Trail Gardens. I like that one as well because it's got that corner that just keeps going to the right. It's fantastic stuff. So, I was your stretching commentator, Peter Peterson. Thank you for joining me. Join me again next week and we'll see these nutters do it all again around Dragon's Trail. Adios, amigos. See you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.